Welcome to the AlbionTV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 30th of September, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and joining me today are Robinhoodrs on the play-by-play and Bogul on the camera. We are currently watching Reject Party of the Alliance One Done take on the Nope Alliance with many, many different guilds, and I do not have the eyes to name them all. Robin, do you want to name a dozen guilds from Nope?
The
answer is
Banana
nope.
Brothers, Nexia,
I set you up.
Paradox, XI. There's some others.
There's a bunch.
Around
There's
here.
a bunch. The answer, Robin, was a simple nope.
But you know, I like a challenge. And it looks like One Done are actually going to be in a bit of a challenging position because Nope have quite a few
greatly
members on the
outnumbered,
battlefield today. They're getting swamped from all angles here. Nice use of the Grovekeeper here by Why This Game, shutting down that bomb squad coming in. And it looks like the boys in One Done really
are getting
need to
taken down. They have too much damage in their back line, Robin. I think they're falling quickly.
Kiting, dude. They need to get to that little platform over to the west. They need to get through that choke point, start utilizing that choke point to their advantage. They need to find something because they are just getting swamped constantly. They are clearing their back ends, but it's just not enough. They need to start finding a choke point, get these boys all clumped in. We also have a third party here now. RSUF are here as well.
RSUF?
RSUF. But yeah, Nope are just steamrolling in at the moment. Why This Game, 1 HP, does find a reset down in the front line. Judicators down, some big boy clumps coming in. The Permafrost connecting, some big stuns into the back end, stopping the hills coming out. Nope's front line just got annihilated there on the turn. But how long can One Done survive? Because I am seeing another group of Nope swarming in from the southeast side. Here they come, hitting the back end. Why This Game finding a carpet to speed up some movement right into a ring.
Right into a ring.
Yeah,
it's just perfect timing here. At least he is finding his crew again. They have been able to get grouped up at least into a good defensive position here with one wall of this, using this little lake as an advantage. They are going to be able to get a nice turn on this, but they're going to have to pull this off 4 or 5 more times without losing players here, Robin, and I just don't think they have the numbers to do it, especially not with more Nope coming up from behind.
Actually, that was RSUF coming in from behind, just completely engulfing the back end of One Done, and just like that, it's going to be all she wrote here, as One Done are getting cleaned off the battlefield here in Deepwood Dell. I'm wondering if RSUF are working alongside... RSUF working alongside the Nope Alliance. I wonder. There's a small group here gonna get surcharged into the clump, and Enigmatic staff's still down, but the call's there. It's get out if you can.
If they weren't working together, actually we see a bunch of death over on the other side. I was gonna say if they aren't working together, there would be some deaths on the backside as they fight each other. We do have Nope fighting someone back here. Who is the war against? It's Zero.
They
have Zero over here.
I got a name for Nope here. If we want to switch over to them, Zero are on the battlefield in front of them. Another blob just joined to the eastern side as well, so it's a 4-way.
Robin, have we ever seen the outlet? There's also Sadage over here, or Sage. It's getting crazy. I've never seen so many battles with multiple contenders on the field at once that wasn't just an invasion day, and we've seen this for 3 days in a row now. Just lots of smaller groups getting together and fighting. I don't know how to describe this. It's like, it's new, it's awesome, and I love seeing it.
It reminds me a lot of the olden days.
Release?
Back in the day. Back when I was a wee young whippersnapper. But look at this front line. This Nope group is just getting annihilated here.
Waterfuck is part of Sage. Okay.
Yeah, and Fax is here as well. Okay.
Wacky Man. Okay, we got a bunch of good ones that we know here. Look at all these mid-tier guilds grouping up into separate alliances now, all working independently and fighting back and forth for the territories. This is goddamn awesome.
Yeah, I mean, There's another massive blob on the territory that just broke away from this fight. Some nice counter Camlands coming in, but I think Nope are going to be done here as they're split on the water. RPOV goes down, and Sage going to be taking victory here in Deepwood Dell. That massive group on the territory itself is 0 versus...
RSUF versus 0 up here.
Yep.
I've got a Grovekeeper Zansu. From Misclick.
There we go. All
yeah,
right.
I typed it in. I know it's just gonna take me a second.
All right. I know what you're like. Sometimes you say it and
I just say it and I expect you to know how to spell it. But only if I've seen them before. There's also Toxic Name, which is a great name, but that's not a tank.
Here comes the engagement. Nice little Camland combo with the Brimstone there. Looks like Zero doing what they can. Nice use of the Judicator helmet from RPOV tank. But look at that blob. That blob of Sage is coming in towards the territory. Going to be sandwiching that group out to the west. They're going to get cleaned up. Zero now taking control of their territory here in a defensive position. Its territory is under attack today. Rising Sun of the RSUF Alliance have launched onto it. So the objective for Zero is going to be this.
Over on Broke Boys, there's another fight over here between Six and Broke Boys for a castle in Razor Rock Passage. Once again, Robin, content all around the world here at 18 UTC.
Indeed, and RSUF just engaged with Sage. Bogul has a name, Skyguard123, in the chat for us there to switch over to their point of view. As we were switching over, Zero were actually slowly edging out the territory. RPOV doing a little bit of combat looting. What you doing there, bud? You're on the big screen. He seems a little bit lost at the moment. Sage, you know, they have facts. They have what the fuck. So some big names from last season in terms of ZVZ. It isn't their first rodeo, to say the least. That's like this group of RSUF are backing away here, getting pinned on the outer side of the territory.
Let's go back on Zansu.
Yeah, I'm back on Zansu. He's about to engage once again. Very good engagement by him this time. Great leap. I love the timing. The follow-up isn't half bad either if they can push it. It seems to have been slow to start, but continuing. Okay, they didn't quite finish it off. Nobody died.
Yeah, they don't want to overextend themselves outside of the territory. Remember, this is their main objective here. Holding on to this territory here. Defensive position. They have use of the guards, the use of the mage, the tower as well they can fall back onto. Utilizing the choke points within defensive position here. It's going to be nicely done. Look at this group getting cleaned up. Massive Brimstone with the Energy Shaper combo. The counter Camline comes in to the eastern side of our screen, clumping up quite a few members of Zero here. 1 or 2 going to fall. Camline connecting all the way into the back end, but Sage know not to overextend just yet. There's a small little blob all the way to the eastern side of the territory as well. And so it looks like that's leaving the zone. Maybe a regroup. They still have 12 minutes remaining until the territory can be claimed or pacified here in Deepwood Dell. And I believe we did have a little bit of castle content happening, but it's all over now. With who was that? Broke Boys, and who were they up against?
Well, that one is over down there with the Broke Boys versus M3R. It's already with Broke Boys headed to Driftwood Hollow. I believe they kind of had to bow out of that one. Actually, I didn't get to see how it ended, so very well could have been that they trounced them so bad that they didn't even feel like staying in the castle. But I think that's not the way this works. Usually when you win, you stay until the counter for the castle points, right?
Yeah, and this is the second day in the row, actually, with Broke Boys pulling out of the castle versus the same group halfway through a fight. Remember, yesterday during the war report, they did the exact same thing. And it kind of threw us off guard why they were fleeing the castle. And it seems that they've done it again. So I'm going to come back over onto Zero, as they're going to be looking to mount up and get a reposition outside of the territory. They may even just flank outside and hit the back end via the farm. Unless they're fleeing the zone. Well, we'll wait and see here. See what the play is. Sage taking full control of the territory. Something must have happened here for Zero to call a mount up and flee. I don't know what it is.
I'm hearing that there's action versus Nope right now. I don't have a name. Oh, I do have a name.
Zero are getting a regroup on the northeast door, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here. They have 10 minutes to
Not
get a
here.
regroup and come back. Who are we on?
I don't have one right now. I'm searching. I don't have any action at the moment.
All right. Alrighty. Oh, it looks like Nope are getting a regroup in White Bank Cross, which is one zone from Deepwood Dell. So they're going to be going back in. They're going to be taking on the Sage Alliance, which is now holding territory defense position inside Zero's territory. Zero have pulled back out of the zone for now, also getting a regroup. Just enough time to do so, I believe. 9 minutes remaining until the territory can be claimed or pacified at 1800 UTC.
I have a question. What's worth more points? Towers or castles? The outposts or castles? The castles, right?
Castles?
So if you were CIR, would you go for castles or outposts?
It all depends. Are they getting contested?
Yeah. Yes, outposts.
It depends. If they're getting contested via main castles, then you take the castle and then you go take the outposts.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just reporting that I'm seeing them at some outposts. I expect these guys. They're good enough. I see the names in this team here. They should be out there competing for some castles right now.
Well, PoE currently have Stonemouth Bay Castle.
Okay. Oh, okay. So they got one already. All right.
Drivane Step Castle.
So that would explain why they're
Sunfang
over here
Ravine
in
Castle.
Riverbed. Oh, wow.
Sunfang Cliffs Castle.
So they don't even need to fight for castles.
Oh, and Darkborough Snag.
So they don't even need to fight for castles. They just have them at this point.
Yeah, they already have them.
Okay.
So they can, unless the call comes in that the castles are under attack, they can just spread out and take the outposts in surrounding zones. And that's kind of what you're meant to do. I mean, these outposts now, after the changes coming in with the last patch, the outposts don't actually have doors anymore. So you don't need demolition hammers to take control of them and fight over them. You just go in and kill the guards, and then the second set of guards, and then the Lord. And then you can claim it for yourself if you're able to hold on to it. So it allows for a lot more quicker skirmish style content with smaller groups, like ambushing and taking over an outpost real quick. Even like ganking roaming groups don't have to bring demolition hammers, so they're going to be able to contest castles or outposts as well, shall I say. So it opens that door up a little bit more for availability to the general player, so to speak.
Okay.
And not just someone that's focusing purely on going for those castles and outposts. And give me 1 second, I need to tell my dog off.
All right. Well, as I'm kind of like hopping around here, just trying to find some content, we have been seeing, like I said, a lot of new names out here on the field. It's interesting to see, and I hope to find more. If you're one of those players out there who's in one of those new groups and we haven't been covering you yet, go ahead and contact us in game. I am on the Shozen one, and you can contact Robin on Robinhood GM.
I'm on Yilk right now from Value, but these guys together with Rang are sort of cruising along. I think they tried to stalk. They were on top of a different group earlier, but that sort of fizzled out. So still a sizable master was 30% or level 30 disarray.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. I'm jumping in around in the background as well. Just I think
it's
we
like
need
a lot of fights at the same time there, and then got quiet all of a sudden.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, it has quieted down quite a bit, actually. Everything was all kicking off, and then You know, now we have a little bit of a lull in the action. We do have 5 minutes remaining until the territories can be claimed or pacified here. So I'm expecting these groups to clash pretty soon, once again. Just bouncing through them now. 0 are back into Deepwood Dell. It looks like Sage has left. It looks like all these groups are circling around each other at the moment. But it's
pretty much
a good play for 0. They're able to retake defensive position back inside their own territory. So they're in a good spot. 4 minutes remaining now. I'm just checking in on Nope. They're actually rotated to Floatshore Fisher with 1 done coming in close behind them. Interesting.
Why this game is offending one of the territories here in Floatshore Blight. So they went to defend.
Yep, and Nope are actually just arriving here into the zone now from the southwest.
Oh, well, they have 3.5 minutes to secure this.
Alrighty, let's see how why this game and the boys of 1 done perform inside the territory in Floatshore Blight. Gonna be an interesting one. Pretty even, I believe, in terms of numbers for both sides. And if the boys of 1, or shall I say Nope, actually, my bad. The boys of Nope really want to take control of this territory, they need to start pushing in, and they need to start doing it now. It's a level 1 tower, so guards aren't that punishing. Territory
we do have more content over on Nito 14 versus Broke Boys, M3R versus the Broke Boys. So yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, and it's out in the open world, just out on the tip
Just out
of the
in
castle.
the middle of the just out here in the middle of nowhere, hanging out, fighting in the open.
And it looks like the boys are getting clumped here by that Camland coming in. Broke Boys, that was a long stun there. No cleanse coming out for the boys of M3R. Defensive Judicators overlapping each other. No heals for the front lines as the retreat comes in. Nice Grail Seeker coming in. Broke Boys cutting off the choke point back inside the castle. The counter comes in. The massive brimstone. Holy smokes.
And the follow-up was effective, Robin. It took all those guys who were low and finished them off before they moved in for their defensive position inside this castle. Well done by M3R.
Indeed. And that was... that 1 brimstone, that 1 counterplay there was enough to put that whole group either dead in the ground or forced back, and allowing the group to now take control inside castle. Elite guards are up here in the zone. I'm wondering who owns the castle. It's going to be War Gods of the 6-9, so 6-1X alliance here. So both of these groups actually, this is a freeway, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does look like it's starting to...
Broke Boys and 6. Okay.
Okay, it's cool.
Alrighty, Nita with the boys heading straight into Broke Boys' front line. Nice use of the Juggernaut into the counter, into the Camlands, into the Brimmies with an offensive Locust getting used onto the front lines. That won't be here next patch, I don't think, as the Purge is coming away. But look at that counter. What the hell was that? 6, where are your defensive? Where are your healers at? Because that was a massive deletion, throwing this whole entire battle into the arms of Broke Boys, it seems. 6 do have another contingent up onto the north side of the map here, just rotating around the north side right now of Nito 14. Nito doesn't even have a healer. This man's half HP. He's still up front, getting the information he needs, getting the boys ready for the next engagement. What a warrior. No healer, no problem. As the push continues here, Broke Boys are on the back foot once again. It's leading into some pretty open territory here. They do have a nice little choke point directly to their southwest side, which they can fall back into. 6-9 or 6-1X, shall we say, are coming around on that northwest side. Not sure if they're working alongside 6 here versus Broke Boys. we do seem like we see them ally, we see them fight each other. It all depends on the situation. And look at this engagement coming in right into the sides of Broke Boys. Broke Boys, though, holding on strong. Great use of defensives on the front line. Defensive locuses and Judy's coming in. But it's not going to be enough. Both sides going to be able to stabilize pretty much instantly here. The wraparound also coming in from the other group of 6 on the northeast side.
That's going to be rough.
And there it looks like,
That's
okay,
it,
so
yeah.
6 and 6, 6
6,
1X
9
are definitely
kind of working together. Yeah, they're definitely not running into each other when they have the perfect opportunities to do so. That group of Give is going to give up and go home. Oh, no. Life is over, boys.
Oh, my Lord. That was devastating. That's how you do it. Oh, my. I don't even think Broke Boys have anybody, like, left for a turn
we
after
still
that.
have more action over here on Nope versus One Done. Reject Party on Angelique is taking on the Nope Alliance in Floatshell Blight. I believe it was on our secondary view, and now it's going primary right now. Thank you, Bogul, for the amazing camera work.
Well,
These guys are all
Angelique
the way
is
back at
actually
tower,
the guild
though.
lead, going in to try and channel the claim here. Is going to get knocked up and cancelled by the Soulside players.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to be able to...
This is a messy engagement here. Who's going to be able to take it? Both sides fighting over on top of the tower with the ability to claim right now. Nobody can give anybody any space, because if you do, just like the first day of release, you're going to lose that territory.
I love how, like, people are just randomly trying to channel this while, like, groups are just getting slain left, right, and center. Nope, just going to be clumping this whole entire group right into the back end of the tower itself. Look at this massive damnation pierce onto that clump here on top of Angelique. No follow-up damage, unfortunately. The counter comes in. I think One Done might be done here. Nice use of the wind wall here, blocking the escape. Are they going to be able to stabilize and get a return engagement directly to the north? I don't think so. Angelique, I think, is calling a retreat here to the western side of the territory. Light staff heal is down along with the Judicator armor. They're going to look for a stabilization. Here comes a return engagement. The clumps are going to be connecting. Nice use of an offensive locust. The Brimstone going to be way too late, unfortunately. They're going to be out of that clump. And it looks like Reject Party and the boys are down. And there it comes. Nope, have defended their territory here in Floatshell Blight. And now the boys are fleeing.
Yeah, Broke Boys are
on the way out.
completely wiped out over here in Avalanche Ravine. It looked like they were going to get a second go at this. I headed over to Dressy Puppy, but he just tried to save some of his fleeing friends and is about to go down himself. Great attempt by him to make some space.
Yeah, we've been getting some really good content. Like, this is sick, dude.
I'd really like to see 6 and 9 fight here, or 6 and 6-9
we
fight.
do have
but
actual content on Zonsu.
Zansu?
Zonsu.
Well, like this ain't over here. Poor Reject Party still getting.
Oh, it's content over here. We have another group arriving on the battlefield. Unrivaled have now appeared with no alliance tag versus 0 in Deepwood
This has just
Dell.
been awesome. Like, Robin, it just keeps happening. We just get more and more. How?
Dude, this is insane. Sage have been getting cleaned up here. 0 stabilization coming in. Offensive or defensive locus, Icicle, shall I say, coming in as well. It looks like Sage have backed all the way out. Couple executes coming in here. Unrivaled looking for an engagement on the northwest side of our screen here. They're going to do a wraparound, catching all this whole entire group looting, but they don't actually focus the main clump. Nice counter comes in, the Grovekeeper into the Calman, but the defensive Locust going to be able to purge that engagement and cleanse the boys of Unrivaled as they kite out to the western side of the territory. An offensive Enigmatic staff for the front lines of 0 as they carry on pushing. Nice use of the permafrost into the Brimstone, and look at that Hand of Justice clumping up the retreating members here. The countdown comes in, making sure these boys are locked in place. Another group of Unrivaled are coming in, streaming in. They're going to be able to connect with a group here. Our POV tank, 2 bars of health left. Frontline Enigmatic staff going to be saving him into the Fallen as well, but 0 aren't taking their foot off the pedal here. The push continues. Another big engagement. Nicely done with the timings of both the CC, the Grovekeeper, the Camland into the DPS as well. You love to see that type of engagement. It's kind of rare with these lesser known groups, but that was textbook engagement right there for ZVZ.
Yeah.
The Grovekeeper tank read the CC, because you get that.
Here they come.
The CC
Another
block
engagement.
for like what, 1 second it is. You can't chain CC. He read it like a book. He kept the boys locked in place.
Follow up.
Nice
and nice
defensive.
Camland.
Very nice use of the inertia ring by our tank here. This guy is playing like a god right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying what he's doing. I'm also impressed by the other team who we have not seen before. Some decent engagements here. Like you said, we don't expect this high level of ZVZ play from people we haven't seen before. So it's really cool to get to watch it happen now. This is really unexpected, Robin, to be quite honest. The number of different groups we have seen out here today.
Indeed, and the action
On
isn't
Yoke.
stopping.
Yeah, we got another
on
one.
Yoke. We have Black Order now with the Envy Alliance versus Send. Yoke, if you want to have a quick peek at his gear before he drops to the floor, I'm sure these Black Order members are watering at the mouth. I mean, this guy's in full 8.3 with an excellent Rage Claw. Oh boy, he was able to mount up and get out. 1.7 mil for the helmet, 5.7 mil for the Judicator armor, 4.1 mil for the boots, 6.2 mil for the soul scythe, and 21.4 mil for the mount, with 3.6 mil for the cape.
Okay.
I mean, sure. We see this guy time and time again in the most juiciest of loot. If you recall back to I believe it could have been last season or the season before. I can't remember what group he was in. I want to say 6 Alliance or part of a bomb squad for 6. He was also in the juice back then, and it looks like Surf just joined the party. They have. Looney just zoned in via the door here in Glacier Fall Fissure. Black Order are still on the battlefield here, so we're going to get some more action in Glacier Fall Fissure. Even though it's 7 minutes past the timer, that castle has already long gone, but the boys want content. Looney going for the dismount, seeing what he can find, as Black Order are still just kerfuffled at the moment as they ride mounted into this group here of Surf. Finally, it looks like the front lines are going to be able to establish, and Black Order going in for their engagement right off the rip. Looney's about to hit the ground. Frontline Surf getting melted. The Permafrost and Energy Shapers beaming through that group. Enigmatic going to be able to save Looney on the return engagement. Surf a little bit overextending here as they full. Black Order wouldn't go for a dismount unless it was in their favor. And Looney now on the retreat.
Zantu is back in it, though. I'm going to tell you, Zantu's fighting again off the territory right now. Great clump by him into Nope. So now we have 0 versus Nope again. This is wild. I don't think I've ever seen the game in this state before. This is nuts.
It's a good type of nuts.
Yeah, like salted cashews. I mean, this is good stuff.
This is some premium content, and Looney looking for a return engagement. We also have ADHD, the Judicator Guild, that was brought up, I believe, on last war report. They're also here right alongside Surf. I think
we also have Emi Ashiro
they're not working together
on the field right now, just dismounted. This is ridiculous. Emi Ashiro of Black Order. You know what that means? Black Order's gonna win the season.
Nah.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
I mean, the only way that they win the season is if Shiro goes AFK until the last rotation of points to come in with the quadruple points and then goes hard. Okay. So that's the only way.
Okay, I was going to say, well, he has proven before that he can last an entire season. This is only a 6-week-long season. That's the perfect amount of time for him.
Just about, yeah.
It's the perfect amount. He could go hard the entire season. I think he has it in him. Now, if he can get Phoenix back behind them, could happen.
Yeah, it looks like Surf rotating around to the eastern side of the castle here. I believe Black Order are holding inside. Surf are slowly edging up on the eastern side. The castle doors are down. Are they going to be able to get a sandwich? Actually, no, Surf are backing up here. I'm not sure why, but the content on the other screen,
It's still going wild over here. Is Zero versus Nope is just constantly a massacre. These poor Bandana brothers just they got crushed, Rob.
I mean, look at this. The steamroll continues. Zero are just going to town on everybody at the moment.
It's going on up top now, too. We also have the other one with Emi Ashiro going deep into ADHD here. Great engagements by Black Order following through all the way out the front door.
God.
This is brutal. Action
The
everywhere.
other screen, dude. Zero just getting collapsed in on by another group of Nope. Soaking up the engagement. Bogul's probably having a fit at the moment, trying to decide what wants to go on the main screen and what doesn't. Because, boy, we're bouncing around a lot. But this content is insane here on the War Report today. This is the content that we're looking for. Zonzu, though, looking for a heal, finally gets it. Defensive inertia ring is down. That's going to be a big damnation pierce onto Zonzu. The boys of Zero could be in a spot of trouble here as the overwhelming forces of Nope come in. The counter comes in. The brimstone connecting onto that club.
Done.
Frost
Where's
as
the follow
well.
through? The defensives were great. They only lost 5 guys on that. That's actually pretty good for the amount of DPS that dropped on them. That was well done by both teams.
Indeed, and it looks like the boys of Zero know that it's now their last stand, as the Shockholder is spamming GG in the say chat here. The push continues, though. Zero could have one more turn on them on the choke point. Zonzu does get the slam, the brimstone connecting, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be GG here for Zero. I believe Emir Shiro is getting pinned.
They're also in Lord Room here. I don't know how this turned into this. They're just kind of like stacking up on these poor guys and just destroying them, stalking them from one room in the castle to the next. And it looked like Black Order was going to die. I thought Black Order was going to die, but every time they get these guys somewhere, they start just destroying them. But I don't think they have enough in them right now. Incredibly strong efforts by Emma Yashiro and Black Order, but the numbers just were not in their favor. They're going to need to do some recruiting.
Yeah, Looney is in the castle, by the way, if you're looking for a POV there, Bogul. Surf backing up. So it looks like Judicate and Surf working together here. I believe it was confirmed, actually, last time on the War Report that they were. This just solidifies that. And did I just see Rang?
Sanzu just got taken down finally. It is over.
Okay. Wild. Wild.
I'm gonna need to take a nap after this. I'm tired now, Robin. This is too much.
I'm gonna let the boys know that we covered this.
Yeah, I do. It was good content.
Wow. Sheesh. Wow. So much for
We have more content over here. Rang into Surf, just finishing them up over here in the castle. I'm on Nico Meister. It's a good POV to just finishing up the taking down of the last of Judicate and ADHD here. Just send Rang.
That's weird because that whole entire blob is actually Surf still have a major force on the field. It's heading towards that northeast door. I don't know why they're not taking the fight versus Rang.
I don't know, but they just left a bunch of their guys to get murdered.
Weird.
There's more fighting outside as they are regrouping here, it seems. I'm starting to see...
Shiro's back.
Oh, of course he's back. Can't keep a good man down.
I don't know what it is with this setup, but he loves the Inferno scythe.
And he's back at the door. Okay. Already here at the front gate, facing a new group now as Rang comes in to say, no, this is our castle. Goodbye, Shiro.
I will switch on to the Nico Meister for our POV. As he's actually a tank.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is with Shiro in that build. Every time like he goes into a ZVZ, he plays it. I don't know. But yeah, that big blob, that's nearly
To
the
the
same size
northeast,
as the
yep.
one right here. That's all surf, by
Surf.
the way.
Well, they're
and-
coming
and
in through
Judicate.
the other entrance right now.
No, they're
So they
leaving.
okay. If you, I'm over on Looney, and they're in the other zone in Elder Sleep right now. They're actually Surf is chasing Judicator, I believe.
No, they're working together.
Oh, okay.
Nico Meister and the boys of Rang are getting pushed back inside the castle. Black Order
Oh, wow,
are going to be
Black
able
Order
to catch
coming in
quite a few of them
force.
off guard here as they push to the western door. The Enigmatic staff coming in for the front line. Are Rang going to do a ballsy play here and go for a full push outside the gate onto this group? There's a lot of envy here. I would back in towards the defensive position if I were them. Yeah. Actually, it looks like Value, the bomb squad group, is going to go in. Massive clump coming in. Some deletions coming in, but the counter permafrost into that group of Value is going to be huge. The Grail Seeker keeping these boys locked in place as the main Envy group now have their cooldowns back. The push continues back onto the western small door. But Nico and the boys are going to be choosing to stay outside. They're looking for another massive push out onto the west. Right out into the open. Going to catch another group of Envy off guard. This is chaotic scenes here. This is definitely not how a standard castle fight ensues. Both sides taking ballsy plays. And it looks like Envy are going to be backing off, making that... get some breathing room in, I think.
Just relax a little. Relax.
Yeesh.
Getting a little intense in here, Robin.
It is. But I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh,
Nico
is
Meister and the
raffle
boys
accidentally
noticed that
open?
Envy backed off. Shiro's doing the old little bait and switch here. Members of Sand Alliance doing a little bit of combat looting. I think Shiro wants to play out in the open. I don't think Rang want to play out in the open. I don't know why. They have a pretty decent Zerg comp. Unless they built their Zerg comp today purely for castle fights. But I'm not sure. Let me look around real quick. I'll soon tell you if they built this comp for castles or not.
Okay.
So Rang are definitely a castle comp today. They have about 2, maybe 3 melee DPS. That's when you know.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If it's a castle comp. So yeah.
Yep.
So everyone's going to be utilizing range DPS. Melee DPS really isn't used that much in castle comps. Obviously, you're
they're
going to be
flooding out.
fighting and bombing over ledges. And it looks like Nico and the boys are actually going to go for a push here towards territory. The boys of Rang want content, and that's what they shall receive.
Oop,
As
it's Hope is dead.
Well, maybe. Rang were like, no, never mind.
Nope. Speaking of nope, let's go see what those guys are doing. Let's see.
So Emir and the guys went all the way to the territory and then looked like they were going to go around the castle from behind, and now they're going back to the territory and Nope's back into the castle. What?
Yep.
All right. Some jogging to keep warm during the, What's going on here?
Well, these are the 2 groups that are still out. Everyone else seems to have already gone back and headed home. So we will stick around here for a few minutes. It's been really exciting today watching all these different groups fight. I really have enjoyed it. But we are coming to the end of the timers, which were when we expect this to kind of run down.
Yeah, and I'm Blackwater are dismounted walking down the road towards the castle. I'm looking at their comp right now. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 melee DPS for a bit of an example here in terms of different comps. Yeah, that say chat just confirmed. Local chat just confirmed what I was talking about. Lawnmower there. Calling the other side melee, and then I'm not going to finish the rest of it. basically, you know, calling them a melee Zerg. So,
Wow.
but
We do have
melee
some.
wins in the open world.
Yeah,
If you're so it's both sides, you know, they don't want to take an L.
who would?
And it's all about fighting on your terms. I mean, look at
That
last
is true.
season, for example. Everybody that wasn't Elevate complained about Elevate playing choke points and you know utilizing all their support players in that, right? Like that's how they won their ZVZs. But they built their comp around that playstyle, and it was effective for them. They always pretty much won their ZVZs because that's how they wanted to fight in choke points, like castles on the edges of maps and stuff like that. They knew where to play, and that's where they wanted to play. They didn't go out into the open field and fight PoE heavily outnumbered because they know they would lose. Why would you do that? So it's always that back and forth game. It's kind of like a little bit of a mind game. You have to utilize say chat and local chat to your advantage as well. If you're able to flame and make the other side pissed off and feel bad that they're not fighting a ZVZ force that's standing in front of them,
Sometimes you can get an advantage. Yeah, take
their
it.
minds, dude. You
Oh,
know?
it definitely get. Oh, speaking of getting in, what's that giant blob to the other end?
That
It's
could've been Surf.
ADHD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
ADHD and surf.
Did Shiro just go, oh shit, back all the way out?
And back out.
I think he did.
We're out.
Yeah, he did. Surf weren't able to catch him.
That's the
in time.
correct call. That's the correct call.
Yeah, 100%.
Get out of that. Yeah.
I did just switch back onto Shiro here just to see if he's going to get caught. Some melee DPS trying to dismount them from Surf, but it looks like Shiro's going to be taking defensive position in the territory.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll stick on Shiro for now. See if Surf take the fight. It's a level 3 territory. For the people at home that's wondering what that means, it means the guards get 30% extra HP, and also they give out 20% extra damage. So, you know, once those guards are stacking up on your healers and clothies, it does make an effect.
Surf seems to be running away right now, actually. They're running through the zone, going to the most western position. That might be so that they can keep themselves away from getting hit from behind.
So, if Surf works with Rang,
Do they?
what they're doing right now is Surf will be blocking off that northwest door, and Rang will come out the castle and then block off that northeast door, and then they'll slowly edge in to pincer Shiro and Black Order and Envy into the territory. That's if they're working together, which I don't think they are.
We don't know. I don't think they are. I haven't gotten the impression that they are yet.
Yeah, it looks like Looney and the boys are rotating all the way north side of the map.
ADHD is down at the bottom of the territory. They're very close here. Envy is taking a few pot shots. Does look like ADHD is the closest one to having an engagement right now.
Okay. Looney just dismounted on the north side of the Terry.
Black
As
Order
well.
has all gone into the tower. They're dropping off. This looks like a drop-off situation. They're all going into the tower. I don't see anybody at the chest yet, but they've definitely consolidated at the deepest part of their territory.
Shiro and the boys are riding back out. Looney is now on the eastern side of the territory. Rang still holding inside of the castle.
Unfortunately, we are going to have to go soon because we do have another show after this today. We have a newbie show with Lupac where we'll be going over basically the markets and how the markets can work for you as a new player. So do check that out at 19 UTC. So unfortunately, yeah, we will have to be heading out of here soon, Robin.
Yeah, obviously got to set up the cameras, set up the back end, make sure everything's ready to rumble here. Bogul, give us a signal when we got to leave. We'll carry on spectating this content.
We probably have at least 10 minutes, but that will be
Okay.
when we have to wrap up-ish.
Alrighty.
Nico was almost on top of Judicate here, and Judicate didn't attack him. So it looks like Surf and Judicate are working together here. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Judicator and Surf 100% confirmed now working together in ZVZs. Just boys of Black Order. Okay, Looney finally connects with some members of Black Order here. Why did that tank not engage? I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta go out on your own and set up that engagement by yourself without the shot caller telling you to. And Looney is now dismounted on the western side of the territory. Back to the O'Diddy dancing. Emir Shiro is fighting though, as he's connected with Judicate on the north side, falling back now again into the territory as Nico Meister is now coming in finally into the action, right into the back lines.
Finally got here.
Actually, no, he doesn't know what to do. He's kind of scared. Just dismount and get involved, right? Like,
yeah,
you've been diddy dancing long enough, my man. Come on, your boys are getting restless.
I think they're getting scared.
Yeah, Shiro backed off. Surf are now chasing down some remaining members that they caught. Judicate is just to their south. Okay, Rang and Nico have finally dismounted. They're going to find some remaining members of both Envy and Surf. Are they going to be able to get a full engagement soon? Get this ball moving, boys. Rang getting a regroup. It's the cat and mouse game because no one wants to be the meat in the sandwich. That's why Black Order and Envy backed off as soon as Rang came out the territory. Now we're going to see Judicate directly to the north of Rang. Are they going to go for an engagement? Are these guys working together? We'll have to wait and see. Rang's whole entire back end is exposed to Judicate, and finally Rang were able to position themselves correctly if they're going to take the fight here. Envy directly to the northwest side, getting clumped and dumped. Here comes the full push. The Grail Seeker defense coming in by the Judicate member there. Nicely done, but it's not going to be enough as quite a few members get collapsed in on that northwest side, and the action is underway here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say
Shiro
it's
is getting crushed over the top. Yeah, it is a three-way over here as Emi Shiro's Black Order team has been crushed by Judicate. And on the other side, we see Rang pushing up into the backside, and now they're stepping away.
Yeah, I mean, if Nico
they are really playing very soft.
No,
Nico Meister has to go in and make one of these plays. Here they come.
Oh my!
That's it. That's it.
They're
Catch
catching
them on
them.
the mountain, boys. Nicely done. Nobody's aware how many bodies are going to hit the floor.
None.
Not any. Okay.
None, because the DPS were overextended towards the back line there. The tank's way too up front, and the whole Zerg got snaked on that engagement. And now Judicator are getting
stabilizing
sandwiched
as well. Shiro is stabilizing over here on the territory, and he's able to get his boys together. They did just eat a nasty permafrost combination, but they are going to get back away and probably reset this fight in their favor with a nice choke, as long as they don't accidentally run into Rang as well, who's pushing up, like you said, over the top on this one into Judicate here.
Yeah, Judicate just got demolished here. Now Surf are directly to the west of Nico Meister. Rang need to be careful. This area of the map is heavily covered with small choke points. There's no real way around it here. He's going to break through. Is he going to be able to hit the back end here? Surf, a couple members going to get caught off guard and die on the choke point here. That's going to be some
Shiro's
defensive
about to go
players.
in. He's about to go in and hit the backside of Surf here, and he does. Nice engagement over here by Shiro. He's going to make some distraction on the backside with Rang, and oh, he's hitting both Rang and Surf at the same time. Not necessarily what you want to do.
Yeah, it's all a mix happening here. And it looks like Rang, Nico Meister looking for a bit of a return engagement to the southeast side, but they're going to get caught off on a choke point. Now Rang are in a pretty bad spot, but it looks like Surf are fleeing to the west side. That blob leaving the zone on the north is going to be them out of the zone, out of the fight. But look at this push coming in. Rang and the boys, the counter comes in, both sides taking casualties, but I believe Envy are going to be the ones that came out worse for wear on that engagement, and Niso Camline getting dragged onto Dreaded Legend there, and once again drags it back into his Zerg. Another push comes in, defensive Beetle coming in, stopping the DPS, utilizing those clumps. But the boys in Rang are now in full kite mode. The back end is getting pressured as well, as I see melee DPS just going to town on the back end of Rang. Nico and the boys looking for something. They need to sort out these melees. They need to find a decent choke point to utilize and stabilize themselves. Nice Camline clumps into the Brimstones. That's going to be a devastating
that's
blow.
Chew them up hard. That's going to probably be too much for the guys in Envy to sustain. They did a great job pushing up through and playing some sustained builds, really holding on for a long time, delivering extended DPS while they were in the mid lines, but they just ate a big meatball.
Yeah, and Rang are now able to stabilize. Look, everyone's back up to full HP. Nico is using the map to his advantage now, making sure the boys are getting through the choke points. Looking for a wee wrap around here, trying to gain a little bit of a better vision advantage. Obviously, South Vision is what you're looking for whenever you're going into a ZVZ battle. You're going to be able to see much more than, you know, looking down. You can't see much. It's all about that South Vision. It looks like Nico and the boys, that's what their plan is. Unless the boys of Envy have fully backed off from this fight. I'm not sure.
Nope, they're returning. They're coming back. Emma Yashiro has them regrouped on the eastern side of the territory and now moving through the rocks. They're going to be hitting the midline of Rang right now. Here they go. Here comes Shiro in, gets a nice engagement, only hits about 3 or 4 of them, but it's really caused quite a scatter. They're going to get a couple of easy kills here from the players who were not paying attention. They do not have any defensives ready. You're just seeing a lot of guys in Rang getting overwhelmed with no defensives.
And while all that was happening, I stayed on Nico Meister as he wrapped around the back end. He has got that vision advantage. He's getting some big boy clumps through the choke point here, but his back end is exposed as some random groups of Black Order are coming in. There comes the Energy Shaper right through his Zerg. They're getting pinched here. They're now split. This could be devastating as the spear combs are just raining down on top of Rang at the moment. Some back-end resets coming down. Are they going to be able to stabilize the Judicators down? But that's going to be a massive Damnation Pierce onto the back end. But it looks like the boys in MV aren't catching up to the battle. A little bit wary coming through that choke point, but those 4 members of Rang on that choke just got annihilated. The Beetle was about to get dismounted as well, but the counter comes in. The combat looters on the choke are going to pay the iron price for it as the Brimstones rain down here from Rang, but the melees are wrapping around. The Black Order definitely the advantage here as all their homes are set within this zone, so they can just dive, re-gear, come back without entering a cluster queue. None of these fights today have been cluster queue, which is great to see, and Black Order are they're just pressurizing now. Rang are on the back foot once again. Their Zerg's dwindling. Nico's looking for another return engagement. Can't really see much because look how split Envy Zerg is. They're all over the place. Red dots left, right, and center. But that's going to allow them to get picked off if they overextend right into the back end. I'm seeing some melees slowly creeping up here. Some axes are spinning to win, causing a lot of pressure on the back end. It looks like the Value Bomb Squad is going to be coming around the corner, going to be able to connect back up with Rang here, and that's going to buff up some of their numbers, allow them to get a regroup, and maybe a turn in the old tide of the battle here. That's a wind wall. You can't run into that, but nicely done there by the Black Order defensive player there. Nice little clumpage coming in. Damnation Pierce, though, right over the top. No follow-up, unfortunately, for that cursed player. That was a big boy Damnation Pierce. Nice defensive Icicle coming down, stopping the push here. And MV are now the ones looking for a regroup. This Beetle player here for Rang going to be remounting. He's back up to full HP. That's going to be a great tool to stop a lot of the engagements coming in from Envy. And Rang are now they're taking a wander. They're checking.
I don't know what they're going to have for more engagements by Envy here, Robin. It looks like they are off and running.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Shiro's on his mount, and he's going as fast as he can.
Well, just because Shiro's out the fight doesn't mean the fight's over.
LeGrant is also out.
Yeah. Yeah, I just hopped into free roam. It's a lot of MV members still here, but they're all just combat looting the remaining bodies.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
they're not here for a fight anymore. They are mounted and looking for easy pickings. And as I say that, here comes Shiro. He's regrouped his boys out of nowhere. Like he was mounted up alone with him and LeGrant. Now they are into the back line of Rang. Unsuspecting, great clump by Shiro, gathering up a number of these guys from Rang who I don't think were prepared for this.
No,
They were as unprepared as I was.
Exactly, we were unprepared as well. And look at Nico Meister forced into a cleric count, but the counter count comes in. That's huge onto MV right there. Nicely done by
Is that
Rang.
10 dead dudes?
I think it was. It looks like Envy though are getting reinforcements all the way in. I'm. Shozen, do you want to handle that one guy that's spamming Say Chat to the west?
Yeah, I'll go get him.
Thank you. Anyway, back onto the fight. Nico Meister and the boys. Look at this group of value to the northeast side. They're getting pushed in. That's going to be the other bomb squad. But look at this. Nico Meister hitting the backhand with the Soul Scythe interrupt. Can they capitalize and wipe out that group of Black Order? They can indeed. 1 or 2 members going to go down. But as that happens, the melee's causing chaos in the back end of the main Zerg of Rang. Spinning to win, applying the pressure, forcing out a lot of heals and defensives on the back end. This could open up a play here for the boys of Black Order, but it looks like their shock core is a little bit worse for wear at the moment. A little bit lost. And now Rang and the
following
boys.
Imyashiro the whole time. What is the Rang guys doing? Are these guys out of the fight now, or?
No, they're still in the fight. Nico Meister's still in it.
Oh, sorry. Wrong name. All right, never mind. Ignore the last minute. I was so focused on Shiro the whole time. I was like, where is Rang? Oh, on the top part of your screen in big, bold.
I don't know where Rang have their home set to, but they're able to return pretty quickly. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was one of the rest. I'm not sure, but it looks like Rang actually caught a mount up here, and now Nico Meister and a couple members are going to get caught off guard as Envy comes steamrolling in. The call to save the shock caller and the men have been made as Envy are now on the back foot as the push continues once more right into the back end of Envy. Defensives are down, but some big boy clumps on the northeast side of our screen here. A lot of Envy dead. But the back end is starting to get wrapped around once more. MV just applying that pressure with all these melees. The Cowman's clumps coming in. Not going to be able to find much though, unfortunately for MV, but the pressure's still on. I got that group to the east. That value group is just getting pummeled time and time again. Nico and the boys really need to go in and start helping them soon enough. Let these boys clump up a little bit more. You know, like let Envy fall into the chokes and then capitalize off that. Right now, they're just kind of engaging when they're engaging. That's not really what you're meant to do. You need to try and let them overextend. Make them feel a little bit comfortable. Let them edge up and clump on top of each other because they think they're winning.
Robin, I think we have to make a call soon. I just looked at the time.
I know. It's so sad.
Yeah.
This fight is epic, dude.
There's been so much. I don't even know what to say. This has been incredible in terms of action.
It's been amazing.
And people out. And, I mean, wow. If that's any sort of outlook for what's going to go for the rest of the season.
Oh, if we're only so lucky. If we're only so lucky, guys.
I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx it, you know? Like, I want this content to carry on going the way it's been going. I mean, I'm pretty sure every single guild that's currently involved in these smaller scale ZVZs. We even had a 4-way ZVZ today, for crying out loud. When the hell have we ever had a 4-way ZVZ in Albion? Like, in this day and age, it has actually been insane to shoutcast. It's been insane to see, and I'm pretty sure it's bloody insane for the players themselves taking part in this action. This is what happens when you ain't holding hands and you ain't singing Kumbaya. You get to slay other people and to get ZVZs like we've been seeing throughout this war report today. But like Bogul said, we have to get out of here. We have another show coming up. We're on a 15-minute delay, and we're about to edge in onto that time slot. So thank you all for watching the ZVZ show today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content and it's opened your eyes to what's actually out there right now in the Outlands itself, and maybe it's time for you guys to mass up and get out there with a smaller group. Get involved in some of the action, claim some of these territories for yourself, get a castle, get an outpost, whatever floats your boat, but get out there and start fighting each other, because it's been fun.
It's been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. So Robin, say they just watched this and they want to see more of this kind of content. Where can they go?
Well, they can go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlbionTV, where you can find all the 5v5 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with the war reports and Invasion Day battles. We have the daily shows and interviews. So if you're looking to listen to our interviews, maybe in a different format, say MP3, in the car, on the way to work, on the way home from work, on the way to school, who knows? You can do that. Can't they, Shozen? Where can they find that content?
They can find that content over on soundcloud.com/AlbionTV, or any place that they listen to podcasts by simply typing in Albion TV into the search bar. If they do that, Robin, they will be greeted with over 100 interviews featuring some of the most interesting and charismatic individuals in all of Albion Online, as well as members of the Sandbox Interactive Development team. So if you like politics, history, or just want to know how the game is made and how it's maintained, you can go over to soundcloud.com/AlbionTV and listen till your little heart's content.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There you have it. So go check out the other content, but stick around for the new player show coming up shortly, where Lupak will be joining Shozen and Bogul, going over, I don't know, everything and anything new player wise. I don't know what the focus is.
Mostly market today. We're going to talk about how you can use the market as a new player and make yourself some silver, and just the basics of getting around it. We'll look at your early economy, and of course, as always, answer any questions you have, including builds and how-tos and whatever from Lupak. And we'll also give out some gold. So tune in for that. And if you just like answering questions, like helping people, good, tune in. We appreciate it.
There you go. All right. It's been a glorious war report, and the war report will be back tomorrow at the same time at 17:45 UTC. I nearly forgot when it was then. All right. Have a glorious evening. Stick around for the noob show coming up very shortly. Adios.